What is happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Red Army Rant Pod. Manchester United versus Tottenham. This is the preview of the game. Make sure you guys first and foremost hit the like button on your way in and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to Kyle's channel. Big up to you, Kyle. I'll put the link in the description of the video. So make sure you guys go follow him there. If you're new and if you are slowly joining, make sure you guys leave a comment in the chat as well and leave your thoughts of the game. Also, leave a like. 15 likes on the video minimum. And make sure you guys, like I said, subscribe. We're 4 subscribers away from 550 subscribers. If you guys could subscribe and help us get to 550 by the end of the week, that'd be great. Before the Super Bowl on Sunday, let's get to 550. But big up everyone. Big up Kyle. Big up to you, bro. Hope you're good, my guy. Hope you're blessed. Let's get started, man. Talk about the game. Talk about the Tottenham game. Excuse me. Come on, bro.
Yeah, obviously we head into this game, and what's crazy is that United has not found a win against Tottenham in the past 3 years. The last time we beat Tottenham was in 2022.
We haven't won. We hadn't won a home against Spurs since what? 2022. Yeah.
No. Yeah, we haven't won home against Spurs until a long time. It was until
2022
2022. Yeah,
October 2022.
yeah, but what I'm talking about, we haven't beaten Spurs home and away since 2022.
And also, people, today is the anniversary of the
Munich.
Munich air disaster. So sending my thoughts and prayers to those families that have been affected by the Munich air disaster all those years ago. And our love to the football club is always be there. I hope the football club honors them by getting a win tomorrow. Get a win, beat Tottenham Hotspur, beat them at Old Trafford. We have to try and get a win. And like I said, to honor the bunch, to honor those who died for the badge, to honor those who fought and played their heart out for this badge, who gave their who put their life on the line, to play for the football club. The Munich air disaster, it should set an example to every player that comes to United. It should set a precedent that every football player that joins this football club should know what those Buzzley babes and who they were to us, who they were to this football club, what they meant to us.
And also, it also means a lot for the youth players. When the
Yeah.
youth players see that, they see that those are talented youth academy players. That's like them. They were given a chance. They were part of history. Like people like Eden Heaven, when he looks at that, he's like, do I want to be an ordinary centre back or do I want to be a Basi Babes centre back?
Mm.
People like Chido Obi Martin, he has to ask himself, do I want to be an ordinary striker or do I want to be a Basi Babes striker?
Yes.
Like these academy stars have a generation of academy stars to look up to. JJ Gabriel, does he want to be an ordinary right wing or a Basi Babes right wing? They have to decide for themselves. And the Basi Babes means a lot for this club because they rose the standards of the youth academy because now we expect more and more. Because without the Babsi Babes, we wouldn't have known that how much the academy means to the club. And that
Yeah.
is one of the reasons why I was upset with Ruben because he didn't understand the history of the club. You have to use youth academy. United has always used youth academy to come in, fill in, and we have seen talented youth academy stars come up. And Basibebs were an amazing generation of youth academy stars that came up and they won some trophies here and there. So they did well, considering that were former academy stars.
Yeah.
And these boys, when they're hosting Tottenham, they have to know that there are players who have died fighting for this badge. There are players who have done a lot more for this club. So you cannot go a day after. You cannot host Tottenham and lose a day after remembering them.
100%. Bro. No, you're right. Every youth player, every single player, not just youth player that walks through the door needs to know what it means to be a Man United. Needs to know what the badge means. Because, like I said, the Busby Babes have fought for this badge. That's why they call it the Busby Babes, because everyone loves them. You know, they gave this heart out. They gave their heart out to this football club. They gave everything, their heart and soul. They put their life on the line to play for this football club. You know what I mean? They worked their asses off to play for this football club. These players should know what it means to play to be United. Over the years, we've had players that come in and just like, yeah, whatever, it's Man United. Not the same Man anymore. I'm just here to take my money and go. That's not what the Munich. That's not what the Busby Babes did. That's not what the Busby Babes did. What they did was they gave it all. They played. They came in here. They said, "All right, our sole objective, our goal is to win. Our goal is to play, and our goal is to be a Manchester United player." And not a lot of these players in today's day didn't know what it means. They didn't know what it meant, and doesn't know what it means. I hope, going forward that United players when they come in, they know what it means. But unfortunately, it's been the case for so many years that now it's been like this for a long time, isn't it, Kyle? We've had to suffer with players not giving a crap or giving a fuck about playing for us. You know what I mean?
I tell you why.
Youth courage to come
Because
forward.
the standards have dropped so badly. Like we, like we, like we are not keeping our players accountable. We're not
Yeah,
reminding of the players that there's a generation that died for the club. It can be a normal player and come and collect your wages, or you can leave a legacy like the Buffs Babes.
yeah,
Yeah,
100%,
uh,
100%.
and
But
that's why I get upset with people like Ganacho when like the other day when he made a statement like if United can beat Arsenal, so can we.
mm, and
Like
look at it, suffered. He can hold that one.
yeah, like that is an example of a player that doesn't understand the history of the club. Like what do you mean if United can beat Arsenal, so can we? You're forgetting that Chelsea has never been at United's level and never will be.
100%.
Garnacho, Garnacho himself even cannot even be a, a regular player at Chelsea's starting 11 and he has an ego like that to be a bench player.
Mm. And he had the audacity to come out and say after the final that I deserve more minutes. You didn't do shit in the minutes that you came on. So what do you expect to do in more minutes you've been given? He did absolutely nothing. Nothing for us. Nothing, bro. Useless. Pure, just plain shit. And I'm glad he's gone. I'm so happy he's gone, bro. Honestly, I'm genuinely very happy that he's out of here. I can't stand the guy. I can't stand him. What is it with Argentinian players that come to United and not give and just hate us? After leaving. You know, Tevez went to City. Di Maria hated us. Went to PSG. Garnacho, it's just he's just a little child, spoiled little child. That's what he is, bro. And yeah, no, is what it
No,
is.
no, it's
But
because you see a lot of them come to European big clubs. They think they can be the next Messi. They think they can be the next those big players, and
Ronaldo,
then they come with an ego, saying like, if Messi can make it at Barcelona, so can I.
Mm. Facts, bro. Facts.
Like a lot of them are not humble enough. Then what happens to them? They go to clubs and then they find a case there. Then
Mm.
their career is over.
Yeah, 100%. But anyways, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the game. United Spurs.
Yeah,
United.
so
What are you saying, bro?
I know Spurs obviously is heading into this game with a lot of ego. Spurs know that Spurs know that heading to this game, they've just hosted Man City. They've hosted a Man City side that can't sustain a 2-0 lead at the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that they drew 2-2 against Man City. That second half performance was a good performance from Spurs. It reminded me of the same Spurs team that how they performed against United in the second half. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I fear against for this Man United. The same recipe and same disaster that happened in the first leg where we go 2-0 up and we bottle it.
Yeah.
And that's what City did in the last game. City went 2-0 up and they bottled it. And
Do you
Spurs
know?
took advantage of that.
Do you know what it is, Kyle? Is that once we went 2-0 up and once Fulham got that offside goal, I was like, yeah, we're gonna concede another one for sure. Because the way we were playing is like we're gonna definitely concede a goal. Maguire makes a dumb mistake, whether I think it's a penalty or not is irrelevant. He makes a really stupid mistake, right? Albeit it's for me. Actually, you know what I'll say? I don't think it was a pen. Still a stupid mistake. Slides in. Referee gives a pen. They get back into the game. They score a banger. We have to score a winning goal. Carrick making a genius substitution with bringing on Sesko, and Sesko scoring the winner. And do you know do you know what it is? We can't keep doing this. We have to just try and hold on to a lead. And this is why I'm saying, Kyle, that United need to just just make the right subs. Stop taking Casemiro off. You're winning 1-0. Don't take Casemiro off. Even what was it against Spurs away last game? Didn't Amorim also take Casemiro off again when we were
Yeah,
winning 0?
yeah, he did.
The same mistakes that are happening. I'm not saying Carrick was at fault because of course Casemiro's on a yellow card, but bro, you have to keep a player like Casemiro on the pitch, bro. We can't keep taking him off. We can't keep taking him off. We can't keep taking him off the pitch, otherwise we'll struggle to hold on to a lead, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you. But the sad thing about United is we have a quality starting 11, but when you bring on subs, they kill the game.
Yeah.
You got to kill the game against Fulham.
Ugarte
There's a
cannot play.
reason why Fulham came into the game. Maguire, Maguire decided to go 2019 Maguire.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
I'd even
and
argue to Maguire.
and against Spurs, I just need Maguire to bring back his season form because we need to man mark Solanke.
For sure. For sure.
Solanke's Solanke in the last 5 games has scored 4 goals for Spurs.
Mm.
Solanke in the last 8 games against us, he has scored 3 goals against us.
We need to win the game, man. We need to try and win the game tomorrow. I don't know how, but we need to make sure we keep Solanke quiet. We need to make sure you keep players like,
Xavi
Richarlison.
Simons.
Richarlison can score a goal. Xavi Simmons, we need to keep them quiet, and just
Yeah, for sure,
play with
him
the
as
same intensity we did against Man City. Play with the exact same intensity we played against Man City from the start to the finish. But then again, we have West Ham away, so we're gonna have to try and be careful with our fitness. because we won't play because after West Ham we won't play till another week and a half. We have like a whole week and a half rest till we play Everton. So I would love to try and get a win, even if it's a scrappy win. Conserve energy, beat and try and go away to West Ham and get something. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. But I don't know. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I agree with you. But for me, I want to put all my energy against Tottenham. There's a lot of beef I have with Tottenham,
Mm.
and we need a lot of things to settle against Tottenham. Last season, we lost to Tottenham 4 times in a row. That is unacceptable. Where we go a whole season without beating Tottenham. They beat
Yes,
us at home, they beat us away, and they beat us in an closed stadium.
and they beat us in the Europa League final last year.
Yeah, that's what I was talk about. They beat us at home, they beat us away, and they beat us in an closed stadium.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Neutral.
we have some old wounds to fight to have against Spurs, and we haven't won against Spurs home or away since 2022.
Yeah, this needs to end
So
this. Needs to end this year.
yeah, and it's a continuous curse that we need to break, and Carrick
Mm.
needs to break it because I remember last season when we were hosting Spurs at this time around, we were around like going to 4 games and beat going to 4 games, winning streak. Then what happens? On our fourth game, we hosted Spurs. We lost to Spurs at home.
Mm.
That was last season.
Yeah, that's
And
the thing, bro.
eh,
That's the thing, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah, get yeah, the thing, and it's a sad thing is that against Man United has become bad that even Spurs, a poor Spurs side, can come to United and collect 1 point or can collect 3 points against us.
Mm.
We have had like what 2 players sent off during these games, Dalot and Bruno, and was smashed like 6-1, 3-1. That is unacceptable behavior.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and for tomorrow's game, I just want to say, don't go out and be smashed at home. Go and collect the points. Go and collect those 3 points that are important. They are must win.
Oh, and
To
also
lose.
happy birthday to Cristiano Ronaldo, the goat. You know what I mean? My goat. Yeah, 41 years old, still going, still trying to get to that 1,000 goal United legend as well. Happy birthday to him. You know what I mean? Sorry, I can't continue, bro.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that there's a lot of legends that have given a lot to this club, and the best way these players can give them is by getting a win the day after we remember them.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%, bro. 100%. Yeah, man. Like I said, Spurs have players that can hurt us. So too did Fulham last week, and they almost punished us. We almost threw it away. This week, we need to make sure we keep the game. We need to make sure that the game is out of reach for Spurs. We need to try and win the game and get it out of reach to the point where they take off their best players. Because remember what we did to City? They took their best players off the pitch, and it was wraps. We need to do the same. We need to beat Spurs. We're playing at home. We need to play with the intensity. We need to try and get the win. Don't care how we do it. I don't care if we have to do it a scrappy last minute winner. I'll take it. I want it. You know, I don't care if it bounces off. Joshua Xerxes' ass in the last minute. If it goes in, it goes in. I'll give a shit. I just need a win. Mm, How we
But
do it
also,
is it depends on the lineup we play, and it depends if we can keep the same intensity we did the last few games. You know what I mean? But sorry, bro. Continue. Sorry, bro. Go on, go on, go on,
no,
please.
but I'm saying also, AK depends on, you see, for an opponent like Spurs, you need to, the way you start your second half determines whether you're going to win or lose or draw. City started the second half against Spurs poorly. What happened? City was about to lose to
Even the
Spurs
first,
3-2.
even the first half, they started poorly. Both
In the
halves,
first half, they were better in the first half than in the second half.
slightly better, but not
They are
better than
slightly better. They,
We're not better
they,
than
they
them.
missed their chances. They could have gone 4-0 up at halftime. And the way City played against Spurs reminds me of United. How we don't finish our chances, and how
Mm.
we at the end of the game we say, oh, we could have won that game 4-0. And City at halftime could have had a good lead of 4-0. Haaland missed a lot of chances.
Nah, but we should have had a lead. We should have had a bigger lead than them. I know City missed chances, but we did too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a similar things that the Manchester clubs have in common when we both miss chances when we are ahead.
Mm.
And that's at Spurs they just needed to switch formation to a back four, and that
Yeah.
and then they came back into the game. They could have beaten City 3-2. That's the same way against us. First leg, they could have done the same thing. They could have beaten us towards the end. United just needs to switch off for 10 minutes, and that is how Spurs capitalize. That's why the way we start our second half is more important than how we start our first half.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like I said, we had to start off first with the first goal. First goal is important.
yeah,
I
the
think
first three goals.
because Spurs are gonna want Spurs are another team that will sit deep in their box. You know what I mean? And we can't allow Spurs space to pass the ball. We need to make sure that we close that midfield. We need to make sure that we don't allow space to play. We need to make sure that we grind it out. We try and you know, excuse me. We try and how do you say it? We try and break them down. We broke the deadlock against Fulham. We need to do the same against Spurs. Get an early goal. No, sorry. Not so much an early goal, but I mean the first goal. Let's get the first goal of the game. Because last time we played Spurs, we got the first goal of the game. What was it? When was that? We got the first goal of the game against Spurs. When we beat them 2-0 last time at Old Trafford, we got the first goal, and then we got the second goal not so long after. We need to try and batter them. Try and make sure they don't have space and time. Don't spare them. That's how I want it. I want the same exact intensity as Man City, and then the same thing against West Ham midweek. But we'll preview that West Ham game on Monday, or whenever. But anyways, any more you want to say on the on Spurs or anything else on United? You want to say anything more?
Uh, for Mason Mount, I don't know how the guy keeps on getting injured time and time over again.
He needs to go, man. I can't lie to you. He needs to be sold.
He needs to be.
Can't.
He shouldn't have been bought in the first place.
Hmm.
I
Agree.
I didn't want Mount at United, and I still don't want Mount at United. As much, how much did we spend on him? It's like 60
Yeah,
million.
60 million. Yeah.
Yeah, we spent 60 million for a player to become
You
rotational.
know, Kyle. You know we funded Chelsea for Cole Palmer, right? We gave them 60 million, then Chelsea spent that 60 million on Cole Palmer.
That's the same way how we gave PSG. How much did we spend give PSG for Gatti?
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
45, 50 million. And we funded like half of the purchase for João Neves.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And Gatti is what? Is a rotational player, 50 million to sit on the bench.
Hmm.
Mason Mount, 60 million to sit on the bench.
But that's the norm of football nowadays. So like that's the norm now. You're gonna have players, expensive players that are what you call that were bought for quite a lot, sat on the bench because soon, soon 60 million is like the new 1 million. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Sooner or later, That's going to be the new 1 million. Because the
Yeah,
inflation is only going to get higher and higher and higher every single year, bro.
yeah. I know it's getting higher and higher, but it's about the quality of the 60 million.
Mm.
Like Mason Mount wasn't worth 60 million. I don't see anything that Mason Mount did for Chelsea that tells me why I should pay 60 million for him.
Yes.
He's worth 40 million. And I'm just tired of the guy being injury prone time and time over again. Him and Luke Shaw share a history of having biscuit legs, legs that get injured easily. And he's out for like 2 weeks, 2 good weeks. It means he's missing the West Ham game and this game, and he'll be back for the Everton game.
I hear you.
But
This is why. This is why I'm saying, we constantly have these injuries for players that, like, for example, you mentioned Mason Mount's injury, right? We can't keep having these players at the football club. Players that are always not on. Sorry, can't even talk. Players that are unavailable. Players that are not always fit. That are not always available. We need them to come back. We need these players to come in. Sorry, not come in, and make sure that they're, you know, that they're fit to play. We can't just keep relying on players that are not fit to be available for us all the time. Mason Mount is not always available for us, so you know what we need to do? Bin him off.
yeah, true.
What an absolute waste of a signing Mason Mount has really been. He's had his moments. He's had fucking talk. He's had his fair share of his chances, but the problem is he's not fit. And just like Luke Shaw has not always been fit, he also needs to go. Man United keep on holding on to these players for so long, and once they become useless, we can't use them anymore. You know what I mean? We can't use them. We can't get them. We can't get the best out of them anymore. Luke Shaw, he should be sold. Maguire should be sold. And so too is Mason Mount should be sold as well. Dallo should be sold. These players that have been here for a very long time and have taken the club to failure should be sold. We don't accept failure here at United. These players have been a failure. Whether you like it or not, these players have been a failure. All right? So yeah, man. Just got to move on from these players, get some new fresh legs in. And get some players that will take this club to where it needs to be. You know, get some of these players out of here. Anyways, once Kyle comes back, we're gonna do the lineup for the Spurs game. Big up to you, bro. Yeah, good. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Hopefully someday, somehow, hopefully, but we'll see. But like I said, people, on your way in, first and foremost, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. 4 subscribers away from 550 subscribers. Kyle's channel will be in the description of the video. I'll put it right there just about now. If you guys are new around here, go subscribe to Kyle. And like I said, leave a comment in the chat as well. Leave a comment in the chat. Leave a comment in the comment section if you like. Just waiting for Kyle to get back, and we're going to do the lineups for the Spurs game.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, sorry.
No,
I
it's
just
okay, man.
had to pick something.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Yes.
Kyle's channel is already in the description, people, so go subscribe to him. And like I said, leave a like on the video. 15 likes minimum, and 4 subs to 550. Anyways, let's go to the lineup for the Spurs game. What's your lineup for the Spurs game, bro? Let's get there.
I think it's the same lineup. no changes. Yeah, like you said, if it's not broken, why fix it?
100%, bro.
Yeah. So
And
I think the same lineup, and I feel like Kobimenu Casremo can handle the midfield, and
mm,
then Savi Simons. As long as you don't get the ball to Savi Simons,
yeah,
he's not a threat in the game. And as long as Igate does not come off the bench, we're okay.
yeah, facts. Needs to keep Casemiro on the pitch for as long as possible. And this is why I'm worried about Casemiro leaving. Who are we going to replace him with, you know? We can't replace the guy. The guy is irreplaceable. Big time
Yeah,
irreplaceable.
but I feel like we could replace him with Ederson and Elliot Ederson and Beleba.
Hmm.
Because now with Pep leaving Man City, it means that the Nottingham midfielder is most likely coming to United if we get to still football. So I think with every player, I think with United, you can never say, or who can we replace him with? You can never replace a player 100%. But what you
Hmm.
can do is you can replace his weaknesses. You buy a
Yeah.
player that that his strengths are Casimo's weaknesses. That's how you end up replacing Casemiro. You don't replace him because of what he can do for the club, but what he can't do for the club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree with you, man. Same lineup, same same formation, same everything, man. Just got to keep it going. Just got to keep it rolling. Really and truly, like, why fix it if it ain't broke, right? As you said, and as I've
mm,
said before, keep the same lineup, same energy, same same approach to every single game, as we did against Man City, as we did against as we did against Arsenal, and as we did against Fulham at the start. You know, but listen, we'll see what happens. We'll see how we roll.
scoreline prediction.
Do you want to go to score predictions? Do you have any more to say on on
Yeah,
the lineup? Any more you want to? Obviously, Xerxes is back, so he'll come off the bench.
I don't think
Sesko
he's
off the
back.
bench again as well. Oh wait, you know,
Um,
yeah, I'm thinking about it now. Does he start Sesko after that winning goal last week?
I don't. As I think he'll most likely stick to the same game plan. I think
Okay.
Sesko off the bench has been good for United, so why fix it
Hmm.
if it's not broken yet?
Yeah.
And already the team has glued is already glued enough. So if you start Sesko, you're breaking a pattern. That
Hmm.
Sesko is an amazing centre back striker to come on when the centre backs are tired. So I
Agreed.
think I'll keep the same lineup that started against Fulham will start against Tottenham.
Hmm.
That's hoping that we keep the same intensity first half, second half, and we got a please please behave yourself against Tottenham. Same as the Lord.
Hmm.
Zaxi is meant to be back for the West Ham game. I don't think that Michael Carrick will want to rush a player in to get some few minutes off the bench, especially
Actually,
when he knows that West Ham is next midweek. So why I think he will rest Zaxi. He'll not be in the starting lineup or the matchday squad.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's time to bring in Mazraoui instead of Dalo. That's the only change I would make. Mazraoui
Yeah,
instead of
Masrari. Yeah, right back. Yeah.
that's the only change I would make. Dalo should not start for us or play for us. You know,
Yeah.
I'm happy
Yeah,
everything
I agree with
everything
you.
else is fine, but start start Mazraoui instead of Dalo. That's how I would do it. But
Yeah, I agree with you. Masrari right back and says Igate on the bench because there's no other CM that you can put to replace Igate on the bench. So again, that's why we need quality, quality,
yeah,
quality.
separate.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want to get to score predictions now?
Yeah. My score prediction is 2-1. I feel like this will be a tight game.
Hmm.
My My mind says it will be a 2-2 draw. You know how United is, but my heart says it will be a 2-1 win.
My head says 1-1. My heart says 2-1 United. I'll go
Yeah.
2-1. I'll stick with my heart. I'll go 2-1 United.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my heart too. I'll go 2-1, but my head says 2-2.
Hmm.
United will somehow, oh, I hope I'm wrong, will somehow bottle a 2-0 lead to
I
draw
don't know.
2-2.
I don't know if it'll be 2-0. I think it'll be 1-0, 1-1, or 2-1, then 2-1. I don't think it'll be 2-0 lead.
I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like this game reminds me of the first leg game.
We just have to get over the line against Spurs. I'm sick and tired of dropping points against Spurs. I want to fucking beat these guys for once and and just stop conceding easy goals and stop dropping easy points against these scumbags. I'm tired of not being Spurs, man. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
anyways, that's our score
it's,
prediction. That's our preview. I'm gonna be on Kyle's channel straight after this, so I'll see you guys in just a little bit over there. And make sure you guys first and foremost hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in just a little bit. 4 subs to 550 and 15 likes on a video if possible. If you're watching this back, leave a comment in the comment section. Keep it respectful as always. I'll respond to your comments. And yeah, like I said, subscribe, like,
yeah.
and subscribe to Kyle. The link is in the description of the video. I'm live right away, straight after this. I'm going live with Kyle right now. See you there,
Yeah.
people. Sorry, are you gonna say, Kyle? You gonna say something?
No, no, I'm just saying that I'm 78 subs away from 1K. Yeah.
Nice. Subscribe. Subscribe to him. He's closer to one. He's close to 1K, guys. Go and subscribe, man. But anyways, guys, I will see you in just a little bit on Kyle's channel. Like, share,
Oh,
subscribe. Also, I'm back tonight for the Premier League show. See you tonight for the Premier show. And the F1 show will be delayed. I might do another Super Bowl preview. I might do another one, but we'll see. People, we're out. Take care. Like, share, subscribe. Peace. Take care.
I